Hi, I'm Kaylee, and today I'm reviewing Frances Burney's Evelina. I picked up Evelina as part of Jane Austen July. There is a challenge in Jane Austen July to read a book by a contemporary of Jane Austen's, and of course Frances Burney fits that time frame. I've already read one other book by Frances Burney, Cecilia, and enjoyed it very much, so I really had high hopes for Evelina. Before we dive into the book and everything that I thought about it, I'm going to reach back here to our Booktuber Shoutout book, and we're going to shout out somebody randomly. Today's shout out goes to Reading with Jess. I will leave a link to their channel in the description. Be sure to go over and subscribe to them. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel and follow me over on Instagram and Goodreads and Storygraph and all the places. Evelina is a naive young lady entering society for the first time. She has been raised and carefully educated in the country by her affectionate guardian, but now her rich relations begin to show an interest in her. Evelina travels to London, where she meets a wide variety of people, not all of them exactly nice. Evelina finds herself in a kind of culture shock as she tries to navigate the very different manners of high society in London. But her sweetness and good nature will always win her friends, no matter where she goes. There is also a conundrum surrounding Evelina's birth. Her father refuses to acknowledge her as his daughter, and her guardian is reluctant to pursue legal channels to fight for Evelina's birthright, since then it would subject Evelina to unpleasant publicity. But nothing in her life can be truly settled until Evelina can confront her father and come to terms with her own parentage. The thing I love the most about this book is the very rich language. This book is written in an epistolary style, with most of the letters being from Evelina to her guardian. Every sentence is carefully constructed to tell us something about the character who is writing or speaking. We can tell a lot about the characters from the grace and decorum with which they speak, or the way that they carelessly joke around or insult others. And in the middle of it all is Evelina herself, with her own voice, describing all the people that she encounters. This book is a very interesting exploration of class and education, since Evelina is first traveling with pleasant country people with simple, good manners similar to herself. Then she is staying with her grandmother and cousins who are uneducated, crass, and bad-mannered. And finally, she visits with a high-born family who are just as rude as the low-born characters, but with more imperious and haughty manners. No matter where she goes, people are rude and mean, and sometimes downright dangerous in their intentions. But she also meets people who are good, kind, and generous. Evelina is at the center of this maelstrom of social expectations and norms, but she has a clear sight that can discern what is good and true or what is vulgar and evil. She is not fooled or enticed by the glitter of society. She values what is virtuous and honest. And while others might turn a blind eye to coarse behavior, thinking it's only normal and it's still considered respectable, Evelina is justly shocked at the evil she finds out in the world, and she longs to return to her quiet country life. Because she has such a simple innocence, she is able to see how absurd and excessive London society really is. And of course, there are many young men who are enchanted by Evelina's beauty and soft manners. Sir Clement Willoughby plagues her with his ardent and dramatic and obviously insincere pronouncements of his love for her. And Monsieur Dubois shyly and awkwardly tries to court her, but she is only embarrassed by their unwelcome attentions. However, it is Lord Orville who treats her with respect and generosity. And in her letters to her guardian, Evelina speaks very highly of him. which her guardian takes as a sure sign that some greater emotion is brewing for them both. I really loved the sweet, slow burn romance between them. It's really adorable. I did take off 1 star because the middle of the plot just seems to drag out with a lot of similar scenes where Evelina goes to some public event in London with her cousins and then is somehow separated from them and gets into difficulties with some nasty people or some sort of embarrassing situation, and then she sees Lord Orville is here, and she is ashamed for him to see her in that situation. That same basic scene happens at least 3 times. Otherwise, this would have been a 5-star book. Overall, this is a novel with many layers of social commentary, a delightful love story, a coming of age, and an exploration of family identity. This book is a complete delight, and I gave it 4 stars. Please leave me a comment and let me know what are some of your favorite classics where there's an innocent character and they're kind of thrust out into a cruel world. I would like to hear some of your recommendations for similar structures. Or let me know what is one of your favorite books that has an epistolary style. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and remember, the right book in the right hands at the right time can change the world.